What's good, y'all? Welcome to my review for How to Train Your Dragon: The Hidden World. Overall, I love this movie. Now, I've always been a big fan of the How to Train Your Dragon movies. I love the first two. Although I won't lie, I haven't seen any of them in years. I legit don't think I've seen the second one since, I saw it in theaters. And then, when I watched the movie, it was apparent then, because I barely remembered anything from those first two. So, yeah, it's been so long, man. I guess that's what happens when these movies come out every 4 years. Anyway, so without further ado, let us get into let's get into it. So the movie is directed by Dean DeBolis. I think they say it. I probably butchered that name. And the cast includes Jay Baruchel, America Ferrera, Cate Blanchett, Gerald Butler, Kit Harington, Craig Ferguson, and many more. And the plot of How to Train Your Dragon 3 is that Toothless and Hiccup, they're looking for the hidden world, and while this is going on, Toothless ends up finding this. We find out that there's that Toothless isn't the only Night Fury, I should say. They find another Night Fury, but they call it a Light Fury since she's white. And while this is all going down, there's this dragon hunter over there, wants to eradicate all the Night Furies, and of course, Toothless is the last on his hit list. And so of course Hiccup has to make sure he doesn't get to him, and of course, it goes on from there. So, overall, I love this movie. The art and animation, dear God, was fucking phenomenal. These movies, 4 years has done this movie wonders, because this movie was absolutely breathtaking to watch. When I saw this, the sound effects, dear God, the sound effects, they are straight up lifelike. I am not even shitting you with that. So let's first get into the positives. First off, the cast. They all do a great job playing, but I would definitely say that I absolutely love the villain in this movie. Vast. Now, granted, he is really cliche. You have seen this type of villain so many other times in other movies, I want to eliminate this species, I want to get your dog, or I want to kill your dragon. And yes, so it's very cliche, but Gerald Butler just voices him and acts him so perfectly that I love the dude. He was great on screen. I loved it. And also, I love the development they have with Hiccup. I love that in each of these movies, Hiccup has changed, and you can see, they don't keep Hiccup stagnant. He isn't the same how he was in 2 or how he was in 1. He has changed throughout the years, which I like. I like that there are always this constant time skips between them. We had him when he was a little teenager, a teen in the first movie. He was probably I think a late teen in the second movie, and here I'm pretty sure he's just a full-fledged adult at this point in How to Train Your Dragon 3. And I loved it. I love the rest of the cast. The romance was also great. The stuff between Hiccup and what was her name? Valka, I think her name was, or Astra. I forget these. I have my memory in the grave with these characters' names. Their romance was perfect, but without the highlight of the movie for me was Toothless and the Light Fury, because it's the cutest thing ever. There is this scene on the beach where Toothless is trying to woo this woman, and what he does is just so fucking funny, and it's just so adorable. Oh my God, it's the funniest thing. I refuse to spoil it. I refuse to tell you. You can see it. Parts of it's in the trailers, but that scene was without the highlight movie for me. And also when they see the hidden world, my God, was it jaw dropping. It reminded me a lot of that scene in Avatar when I forget the dude's name. He came over there and they go into this little forest area, and you got these jellyfish kind of creatures show up, and they're surrounded. It reminded me a lot of that scene from Avatar. That scene was just great. I love it. That scene was absolutely breathtaking. The villain, like I said, was great, and the ending, my God, was fucking perfect. This is how you end a trilogy. This ending felt so fulfilling, and it was just an amazing ending. In all honesty. Now, what are some negatives I have? I really only had a couple. I wish they kind of fleshed out a lot of more of the characters. Maybe could, and I think this movie should have been a little bit longer, just to make me really give a shit, really care about the characters a little bit more. Because, and maybe also a little bit of like a recap of the first two movies on the belt. But that's kind of that's not something holding against me, because actually the end credits they played clips from the first two movies, which kind of helped my memory a little bit. Anyway. Yeah, but like one thing, like one of the characters, like the fat dude, the dude is barely in the movie. Oddly, like he had such a major role in the first movies, like he's barely in it. Like he's only appears in like a handful of scenes. I'm like, oh yeah, I forgot you were even part of this franchise. Why are you have such little screen time? Like you're some supporting character nobody cares about. I don't know, I felt that kind of weird. I felt like they could, but besides that, and a little bit of the pacing, and maybe if Voss was a little bit more original, not so cliche, but Gerald just does such a great job acting that doesn't really affect it too much. But really, I wish this movie was longer and they fleshed out the characters a little bit more. And yeah, that's really the only thing I have wrong with this movie is just like the characters. Besides that, this movie was amazing. If you are a fan of the How to Train Your Dragon movies, this movie is definitely going to leave you satisfied at the end of the trilogy. Also, the ending, like I mentioned before, I can't talk about it much. The ending was fucking phenomenal. So overall, I give this movie a 9 out of 10, guys. So hope you all enjoyed the video. Leave a like if you did, subscribe if you're new. Follow me on Instagram, Twitter, links down in the description box below. And as always, come back for more. See you guys next time.